Right, once more back. I'm getting so confused because it's like Oak City and Oak Bridge. It's farm. It's there's the two oaks, and I'm like, oh, which one? Yeah, it's a bit confusing now. Then should we have how much? 124,800. It is. It's not appearing like it's very much though, which is a bit odd. It doesn't look like 124 tons, does it really? So it's not quite right still. And I've got to be honest, that it's one of those things that's sort of infuriated me, the actual manure thing. I keep wanting to like I think I understand enough now to actually make one. I'd like to make just a concrete slab, maybe with a little bit of a wall at the back, but so we want to stick some TMR. Yeah. It's not raining, it's snowing actually. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's going to be a wave. We all know the waves are very, very slow. Well, we're in the right place as well. We also need to grab some straw, so we can't forget this. It's I was out of episodes. I thought, oh, we need to grab some more slurry and the manure though as well. So what we're going to do now, this should be fixed now. It should now say, oh, I've not done this one. So I was just thinking as I came in, when I originally did this particular Let's Play, I put its own mods in a separate mod folder. I thought it was clever, and now I'm like thinking, I've got mods in testing, which that's got a very frugal amount of mods, deliberately so. I've then got my normal mods folder. I've got the switcher by FS2 modding, so it's really is quite amazing for me, and it is, I would imagine almost every content creator probably uses it, that sort of needs to like test or go from one sort of configuration to another. Mr. Silly P does something similar, but I don't know that there's a switcher for PlayStation, but he definitely does something similar. Now, there's no milk, so I think that shouldn't be too far off. No animals. Yeah, that's not bad. Straw, we could have done another one, but the milk, it's fibbing about the 14 tons. It's got 400 and something litres, I just checked, so it's definitely not right. Right, so we want a big trailer, which is down there, but I don't think it's you, but it might be you. Okay, well, you have got a trailer. You have got a big trailer as well, so you will do nicely. Let's go grab some manure. There's not an awful lot we've got left to do, really, is there, over the winter? So I'm hoping this session, where we've done all of our loading and unloading, boy did we do well. We've obviously bought our new field, which is not much use to us at present, but we have got it. Two fields. We could be we could actually. I'm being silly, aren't I? As if like I've got all the time in the world, and we could be carving a field over the winter, ready for the when we're gonna. Oh, I thought I was just about to do that. My bad. Just goes to show how. I was literally. I fancied a change, and I went on a new map yesterday. We have got this out before. Oh, we have. It's true, but now all of a sudden we can't. That's a little bit odd, because we did do us altering the level of the ground has now all of a sudden meant it's not working. Yeah, and this is what I found with it. Then all of a sudden everything stopped working, and it did work, and now it doesn't, and all that type of stuff. That's what I'm saying. It's really temperamental, and I just sort of had enough of it, if I'm honest. Yeah. Is it still saying it's connected to? No, but then it never did with that. But we definitely, okay, I think. Let's just switch zone markers on. I don't think it'll fix it. This drive me crazy, this thing. It does. There's so much time I've spent on it. No, yeah, I can see it's shining inside the inside the lorry, so we're definitely in the right place. It's definitely there. And it's definitely not like allowing us to grab it. So it did used to though, but it's like now it's not. So that's annoying. Okay. Well, I suppose what we can do is in this instance is actually buy. We know we've got 124 tons. Yeah, I suppose that is the way to handle it. Let's get rid of the darn thing because it's driving me crazy. It is enough. You are going to be deleted from my mods because you have bothered me one time too little, one time too many, in fact. I'm sure there are some now. Silos. I'm not sure how big this is. That's the only bad thing. 100,000 litres. Yeah, yeah, there's got to be another one as well. Oh no, I think I came in with only like a few on purpose. Yeah, I did. So it's 100,000 going to be enough. It's got to be working properly, and it's so that's the back wall. So really, I'd like that back wall at least like at least like that. So that's not too bad, I would imagine. Oh, okay, yeah, we know it overlaps with another object. We don't care. Oh, won't let me do it. Oh, it's B mode, you plonker. I'm pressing old V mode. Oh, you know, sometimes. Seriously, right, okay. So, please tell me you are. Oh, no, it doesn't say it, but the other one was the same. For some reason on this, it really does not actually say that it's connected to, which that's a map fault. Or Giants have changed it and it no longer says that for anything, and I don't think that's the case. Yeah, it's normally right. So yeah, that's gone. We've got 124 tons to grab, and we've got a field one at the yard. I know we've got them in the fields at the back. We can get to that one. We can do it. I've got every faith that my driving abilities not that terrible, although it's going to be a bit of a tight turn actually. We can do it. We have the technology. Sounds like $6 million man. Now that is going back a little. Right, so we want manure, and we need to pay ourselves straight back because we had a lot of manure and it's robbed us. So it should be that way somewhere. Yes, that's the one. I do hate it when things like this go wrong, but so we also need to grab a 77, so we'll grab it all with this because otherwise I'm not going to know where I am. We'll grab 3 of these and that'll do. It's 124, so that's quite 3 of these. 40, 80, 120. It's not far off. Yeah, that's true, we never give ourselves the cash back for the plate. Yeah, I'm going to design one very similar to the plate, because it's just a plate. Do I do a back wall as well? Yeah, I think so. But why are you not? I forgot to put manure in the pusher, because we know it worked. Let's have a look. Is this something else that I forgot to put in the production silo? Manure. It looks like we found another thing that's not in here. Right, okay, so well that's not going to appear then anytime soon, but it can go inside the in fact probably I suppose yeah we could, it will go in there. It's definitely an ingredient to quite a few things in the self-sufficiency. Now I have got round decals on these two, but just not in this one. And that was my point. This is why it's annoying, because it's having multiple ones. I thought it was a good idea, and it is sort of, but like then you've got to like put 3 lots of the same thing in and keep shoving things around because it's only in one, or yeah, it is rather annoying. So I mean, don't get me wrong, you'd get used to it. It's not. There are some advantages, but I think this should only really be a need for mods in testing to have its own separate one, which is only would want to be little, and then obviously the normal mods, which you want everything. I suppose there is sometimes a need for you only to have. Well, I suppose, yeah, that's it. I think the mods in testing would probably be the really frugal set where you've just got your absolutely essential, which is more than you think. Because when I went with like only my mods, I thought, oh, I've not got any tools or anything for telehandlers, and that's what I'm saying. You need more than you think you do. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to like bring this back into my normal big mods folder now. I don't think there's I think it was, again, I was trying FSG modding's the mod switcher out, and I was, as you do sometimes, you have these brainwaves and think, oh, that's a good idea, and then like you play it, you think, not really sure that it is a good idea. It didn't work how I planned it to. So I think really that going forwards, it's going to go back to the mods folder and we'll have everything back in. No, yeah, as you know, we're never going to turn that quickly, so we need to give ourselves good swing space. Driven enough for big trailers. So this is like 92 tons, so really another 30 odd tons, that would be about right. Let's be honest, it's nearly 200 head of cattle. That's true. How? They're not old yet, are they, the other ones? No, they're 1 month old, so definitely not old. Got quite a way before they're part of the herd that's actually doing any production or producing. We could have afforded a full-fledged, and I just don't. Always like to fill it up though. You know, like at least have births that are the actual filling agents for the farm. I like the natural growth. Otherwise, you like, oh, it's, you know, you did 200 head of cattle straight away because you could afford it, and it's not growth then, is it? Really? Whereas it is growth when you do what we have done here. So we only want 30 odd tons. We're not trying to cheat, even though there was a cost as well to the. Yeah, so we're going to have to keep a better idea on this, and that, you see, that wouldn't be actually going in there, but we can't really sort of see per se, so it doesn't look too bad. Whereas if that's puthering out and missing completely, because you can see it, it looks terrible. That's why I actually quite like not being able to see. But to begin with, it was one of those mistakes. Now I'm thinking I'm leaving it. I think it's actually a mistake that should be like that. Because it's so easy to miss them. Way too easy. I suppose you could say, well, that's... yeah, I suppose, devil's advocate. Yeah, I went on a... I think it's a German map. It's a Rettenberg or something like that. I think that's right. A very nice map, actually. Very small in size, but loads of downloads. I mean, loads of downloads that you needed for the game. Yeah, I've got half of the mod hub now in my mod folder that I didn't have before, that I chose not to have, and now, unfortunately, or fortunately, it depends on what way you look at it, I now have a shed load. Yeah, that's the one thing. I used to hate maps like that in FS22. Not for the maps. I don't mean that I hate the mods. What I mean is I'm like, oh no, all those mods. I deliberately, because it's so easy to make your mods folder like the size of the world. It's yeah, I'd like to try and keep it like nice, and then all of a sudden you'll get like a map like this that needs the world and his dog, and then before long you've got like an absolute shed load of mods, and you're like, oh, I did only have 600, now I've got 1,000, and it does affect your game quite badly. That's one thing I definitely do know from like yeah, it had a massive slowdown in FS22, and that's because I'd been like going click, 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 and I've got loads and loads. And I thought, well, it's a powerful PC, nothing will slow this down. Oh yes, it will. A big mod folder will slow your game exponentially, and we're not talking a little bit either. It was minutes. It got to the certain point where I was like, why is this taking 5 minutes to load? And then I thought, well, is it just out on a limb? I thought, well, is it the mod folder? Is it like the size of what you've got in the mod folder? So I think I took pretty much everything out, and it like went bang, and I thought, oh, okay, so it really is the amount of mods. So then I like thought, let's just be clever and let's just remove all of the mods, you know, because how many of us have got duplicates of the same items? I don't mean an exact copy, but I mean like I've got 10 plows and I only ever choose those 3, so why have I got the other 7? Let's get rid. So yeah, that's do we do 2 lots of this? We really need digestate. I think I've got a slurry to digestate, because digestate's the key ingredient to nearly everything in the... Yeah, I thought I'd show a bit of love to digestate. It never gets any love, so I thought, why not? It's a catalyst. It's all. It's not... I mean, the main things that make everything go work are actually paid ingredients that the game doesn't supply. You know, that's your direct costs. So it's not like the digestate actually does anything. It's just mass and a catalyst, should we say. Right, so then we do have a... Yeah, it's true. We did say we were going to... Haven't we got the big plough on this? And I think we've only got the 12 metre, haven't we? We don't... We want one... Yeah, we want one of the biggies. No point whatsoever in having one of these giant beasts if you're not going to use it for the tasks like... now then, where did I stick the... That's the header. I knew I'd stuck something down there. I was just trying to think. Please tell me we have, I think... have we not got a plough? We haven't had any need to have one, have we, really? Okay, well, let's go down the shop. Being as it's fairly close to the beginning of the session, we'll go down the shop and we'll go and see if we've left one down there or whether we really haven't got a plough. Oh yeah, there is definite weirdness going on. It's fairly stable. There's very little, and we know that everything's growing, so the ground layer and all of the important stuff is, but there's weirdness going on with this new way that JMGaming has done his, what he's done. So we will have checked the sales. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I do remember. We've already got a beautiful... that's an as folds. Does that fold? That looks a strong single to me. Yeah, it's a solid, beastly one. Now, I've got to be careful because there's Unreal versions in that, and I bought an Unreal version. So I could have sworn we had bought a plough. So how come we've not got a plough in our vehicles? I could have sworn I did, and it would be the Lizard. No, we obviously didn't. Right, okay then. So on this, we're going to go... I think I like the 12 metre because you can also like change it. That is... It's my first love. The one by Black Sheep Modding. Especially now it's a 12 metre. Now obviously there's all of these. There's the John Deere 8 metre, but that's smaller anyway for an awful lot. Why have I put that in? I thought it was something else, I think. That's not... I don't know why I would stick that in when I've got this beautiful 12 metre one. But, yeah, we're going to go for you, definitely. And I do love the colour. Fantastic. And this can definitely manage that. Yeah, I'm trying to be a bit frugal in case we do get something like the next. But I don't mind going into debt for it either, so we might need to do a circuit of the fields because it's going to be one of those draw jobbies or like a normal run around, but it's typical. It's not the best time of year for actually running around fields, is it? We could sort of, I suppose, do the old plough the field job. That would work too. Now then, I've got to remind myself of where it's... I know it's at the end. really do need to... It was fairly flat as well. I was quite pleased with these. I think one of them straight ahead. Literally, I'm sure it is. It is. Where does it actually start? Literally right where you are. Ooh, but there is a big dike in between us and it. So then, actually, I think, yeah, we'll sort of try... We'll allow create fields, or we're not going to get very far at all. We need to go up at the top there, so we might need to build a bridge, because it is an awful long way, and it's very... not of the proper way in, I'd say, but we need to make this suit our farm. So there's this one here, which is... Oh, wow, right where we are. We are going to keep this as 2, I think, though. Right, let's have a look. Oh, my life, some of it's a bit... We were going to, like... I think we need to... Right, let's see if Core Space sees it as a field. I don't think it will. Not for 1 minute. Right, so we want this as field 176. I think I'm right in saying it was that. Might be wrong. Let's have a look. Oh no, 176 is the other one actually. Field position 178. Okay, actually in that case, yeah, no, it doesn't recognise it. It's not going white. I didn't think it would, but I just thought for 1 minute. Now I think you should be able to press delete. No, you still have to. You have to like press. Yeah, we have to. No, we need to drop. Yeah, my bad. I know you can't. I was just being silly. Yeah, you need to like do this, don't you? You've got to get rid of the del because I'd already like pressed it and I've lost me. So, no, we don't want to record just yet. We're not in the right place. I don't know if there's going to be a bit of like ground where we can... Let's have a look. Where does it end? It ends right over here. It's going to be difficult for us to see. This is going to be one of those field edges that's quite awkward. Now, according to this, we're not actually in our field edge yet. But that let us definitely do it. So we are. It's not really, is it? This is a bit of a weird field. Technically, we're not on our field, but then if we were wrong, right? Okay. I think what we're going to do is we'll do this old school because having the plow. Yeah, I apologise all because this is sort of like game mechanics that is really like not allowed. Oh, of course, I forgot. You always have to do allow create fields again when you've dropped it off. Yeah, I'm not. This is not me ploughing properly. This is me trying to gauge where the edge of the field is. So I am going to be going around corners. I apologise for this in advance. Yeah, because it's just me trying to find where the field edge is, and then really go from that point. So let's give ourselves a good headland as well. We'll go around trees to begin with, and we might have this bit of grassy type stuff here that you can see. That is now we. Let's gauge this. Right, I'm going to go into a time lapse, but at least you know I'm just apologising in advance because we are heading down, so that's not bad. Yeah, because this is just me trying to find the edge. Once we've got that edge, then I think actually I'll be able to paint on the map. I don't think there's a painting method is not available yet, but oh wow, we are actually well in our border. Well in. I think still a bit further yet. I am giving this a good headland because I don't want anything going in the drink, having had this happen way too often. Right, anyway, time-lapse time. Yeah, let's get these fields at least started. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. not sure if this is going to actually work, because it's Coursplay's playing up on the actual map, so perhaps they are very large fields. I thought perhaps it was because there were objects on the field, so I've cleared all the trees, and it's still playing up a little. Yeah, I thought it probably more it's been in real life what that would depict as doing, chopping the trees down, would be calling a company to actually shift the so obviously I thought expedience wise we would let's just see where you're actually going to. So just over there, not too far there. Right, it looks very much to me like when you actually go into it that it's only doing like the outside bit of the course. Yeah, it's not showing any middle lines at all, which is a bit odd. It finds out how to do the outer lines, and then it's not doing anything else. But we shall see what that actually really means, whether it will stop. I think it's going to stop. So we're going to let it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep on the recording. Yeah, there were some of that's my fault, definitely. Right, I'm going to keep it recording, but I'm going to go down for my breakfast and let this crack on and see if it stops, and I think it will. I think I'm going to have to manually do this one as well. So I'm hoping Courseplay, once we've done the field, actually works okay. But yeah, I'm going to go into another time lapse. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, I'm going to leave that for a few minutes, but I do suspect it's not going to finish. Yeah, I think it's just going to like get to the headlands and then it's like going to stop. So it's a bit of a shame. Just got to be careful. This is our crop. Yeah, I think we're going to put a bridge down. It makes sense to when you consider how close to our fields are, but otherwise it's a long way away. So trying to think about entrances. It would be down at this lower end, I'd imagine, would be the best possible place. Yeah, I thought it was probably the most expedient, so we don't want it opposite a major junction. That would be a bit... Oh, I'm not sure if I've got the bridges in. I might have done. I think I thought about this, not for this particular instance, but I'm sure I did. I just can't remember where they are. I think it's like near sheds. Is it in sheds? No, I think it's tools. I don't know, because this was always a bit of a confusing one. Before, it was often in tools, but then it was also sometimes in like decoration. Yeah, it was a bit of a weird one, so I think it's in decoration. Which is, no, I don't think it's in fences. Could be in others as well. So see, we've got too many things that are not very clearly, you know, not thought out. That's not the right word. Is it decoration? I've got them, but I say I might not actually have them in, so it might be my fault this time. Yeah, it's not going to be. Yeah, factories. Selling points greenhouse. God, itch on my ear. It's terrible. Right, sheds. I don't think it's in sheds either. No, I think I've not actually got it in this one. It's definitely not going to be in silos, nor extensions, or constructibles. Oh. Oh, once you can actually build yourself. The builder comes as a kit, must be hit with delivery. That's where it is. It's alright. I like this one. It's very much like the Black Sheep modding one with like modules, and they're like lower for like littler things. And I always wondered where this was. So that is quite amazing. It is. So that's where it is all along. Well, we did actually have it. I thought it was a mistake. I saw the shape and I thought, well, I can't find it. Now we've actually, yeah. So I would say I need to still grab that next session. So one thing I did think was we need a stone picker. And I would say that you are a perfect actual tractor to do this. Are we going to buy it? I think so. We should have cash coming in again. I mean, we just spent an absolute fortune, but let's go grab a 9.5 meter one. Or do we lease it and see what happens? I suppose we could lease it. Really, it's not the end of the world, is it? I'm loving where we are tractor-wise. We are doing terribly, really well. Obviously, thanks to JMGaming. And obviously we've just done a swizzle around. Yeah, because there were too many biggies. It wasn't really. So then, stone picker. Let's lease a stone picker, a big Black Sheep modding one. I always forget what these are. Yeah, I was heading in the right direction. Oh, we've not got the biggie. Right, okay. I'm going to stop I'm going to leave that to trundling along. I'm going to save the game, and I'm going to be right back. Right, it appears that snow has a different idea of things than it's just literally swept across just as I came in the game. So, and it looks fairly thick. It came from nowhere. So we won't be leasing a stone picker, and we will stop the plough because I don't know. Actually plough in this. We know the game will let us do it, but that's not the point. So I think, yeah, we'll stop you and we shall I think go through. Yeah, I'm going to call this another session. I am, because I think the other one was long enough. So we've sort of done all that we can. We did manage to do the other one. It is January. We know the snow disappears now, which is actually quite good. We have fed our animals, I believe. We have indeed. And there is not 14 tons of buffalo milk. It's definitely reading the slurry we took. Yeah, we did. At least we took the slurry out and everything. So, did we check the sales? Yes, we did. Let's go through till February and hope. I doubt very much the snow being that thick will clear this. Yeah. I don't. I think it'll still be there in the morning. But you never know. You never know in this game. Yeah, I thought it's time to, but that was quite a monster session. Yeah, it's going to be a weird one though, because it's going to be a lot of time lapses. So I can't see in the distance. I was looking the very far distance, especially in FS25, for things moving or not. Let's have a look in the sales. Big body, 20 to 37.5 cubic meters. That's not a bad one for 15,000 now, is it? Really? No, it's not. I think we're going to buy it. Yeah, we're going to go... Oh, design standard. It's still the 37. Oh, wow. We've got the... Oh, no, we're buying the extension. I'm still happy with that, though. Yep. And we will keep it the beautiful red that it is. Yep. Do we change the chassis colour to black? We will. It's free. I like it. Yeah, I like that. 30,395. Yes. Fantastic. It's definitely good. And animals, I think we will do a little bit more topping up. What are the prices of, like, fertilizer? Oh, are we still doing liquid fertilizer? I thought we'd stop doing that. Oh, well, yeah, I wasn't trying to do that to sell it or anything like. Yeah, I think we've got enough liquid fertilizer to do the entire Let's Play now, which is quite useful. Now then, what else did we have? We have got slurry to digestate. Yeah, I think we're going to like activate you because you've got loads of slurry and it seems a good thing to do. And manure from slurry. I think that will do for now. I do actually. That'll swizzle on with that. Let's go feed our animals. But let's take the motorbike back home. Now, would you really drive your motorbike in the snow? Perhaps not, actually. I'm not sure we would. No, come on, we can do this. We can grab the right one. Right. TMR. How much do we need? Not a lot. I would say probably 2. Do we need any straw? We could do with another straw. I don't think it's going to be too bad. And we will leave... Yeah, obviously the little ones are really not doing anything at present. Let's go and see how much more we've really got in the back. We have really got... owned by 17. Seriously? We really have got that much? Well, we looked and it was very little. How come it's suddenly like gone through the roof? That's a little bit odd. Unless again it's, we shall see. The real true test is grabbing this. I do love this little tractor. It's a right little. And it's so, yeah, never underestimate a tractor that, it's not showing any though, is it? Well, looks like other people could be struggling with making manure slabs as well. It doesn't seem to be quite working. It could be JMGaming's map, it is a test map. I don't think it's quite as seriously done as the, oh, no litres. Oh, it's the dairy. That's why. Oh, wow. It really is 17 tonnes, so wow. Now, if we dump it, you can't dump back into the normal one, so we must be definitely taking the buffalo milk and definitely putting in the bionic dairy. Yes, we are indeed. Fantastic. How much have we got inside? Not a lot, because we ran out. Somebody thought they'd got loads in and they didn't have loads in. At least we're stacking nicely now. Fantastic. Right, so then, we've done sales, we have done our animals, and it is February now. We'll march. Yeah, will March be alright? That's what I'm hoping it is. Yeah, because I'm hoping this snow clears so we can... Because obviously we've got lots of vegetables to do, but we've still got the fields to prep and like the stones to grab and all that type of stuff. So there's a lot. And we've already planted the other fields, that's my point. It's all going to be those fields. So I'm hoping that the snow is gone in the morning, but that is farming. It's, yeah. Ooh. I'll retail can you straight away. So look, how much milk do we get in a single day? That's what I'd like to see. How much rain do we get in a single evening? Oh my life. Really? Oh no, no, no. Ah. No, we're actually not quite in the right place. I was going to say, I didn't think it'd be 15 tons. You see, and this is what I'm saying. Sometimes you think you have these brain waves, you think, oh, we're right next door. Yeah, well, it's not quite. Not quite like that. 3,000 litres. It's definitely more than it used to be, though. Which doesn't make any sense. Perhaps they weren't happy to begin with. Could have been that. We should just leave this right back there. Oh, but yeah, you're disturbing the stuff then, aren't you, really? Say about there, that's not disturbing anything. Should be alright. Right, let's do another TMR, because these are the most important charge we have. And the dairy is doing very well as well. TMR and done straight away. Let's have a look at how we're doing. And we should see now in the self-sufficiency. So I need to put manure in the production silo. Another thing, I knew we'd find things that we got missing. So we should have... All my life digestate is now gone through the roof. So let's switch that off now. Wow, that's amazing. And we've still got 68 tons of slurry as well. And we've got a shed load of liquid fertilizer. So we can use our big sprayer now. We don't need to actually... Then let's have a look. Do we need another one of food? We do. We do indeed. Okay. Let's dump straight away. So by the time it's filled, it's ready to light up. Almost to the letter. Yeah, that'll do nicely. Straw, I think I'll do next month. Definitely slurry is going up again, which also means I would imagine that although it's not showing very much, it is actually here. 68 tons of manure. So I think we'll go through... Are we going to speed time what we really can't afford? No, we can't, not really. So we've got... yeah, no, there's nothing really worth selling either. So no, we will be saying no to all that little lot. Let's speed time up a little, I think, because we really need to get rid of the snow to be cracking on, and it could clear midday or like later or all of that type of stuff. So it's doing that glitching again. Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to shift. Yeah, I'm going to literally show this to JMGaming because I don't somehow think that that's... Oh, hang on a minute. Oh. Well, there you go, you see. It did actually did a funny flickery thing and stop. Oh, but now it's doing weirdness again. Let's see if it stops. Yeah, I'll take it to about 4 and then we'll literally go through the old-fashioned way. Oh, it did. It's just stopping again. Ah, it's weird. I don't think you're supposed to be able to see that control, but that's now stopped doing its glitching. So we'll take till 4, and then I think we're going to go through till tomorrow the other way. It takes an absolute age just to save the game, though. Gordon Bennett. We're at 8 o'clock in the morning now because we really should be doing everything. So I hate this when you go into a into a new year, but like I suppose we can. Oh my life, it's going, but it's not gone, has it? And it's thick snow. It's not much fun of a little nosh to do something like that. That's nice. I like it a lot, but again, it's a little bit like. No, we've got the motorbike as a run around. I mean, it has got but obviously it's limited. At 19 horsepower, it's very limited on speed and everything. So I think we'll say no. I do like it. It's a cutie. I did have it on. Ooh, brilliant! The wave is coming. Let's set that tractor and plough. going on there. You've got to about here. Right. Okay then, so let's set you right here. I still think it's still not going to like do much, but let's see. Let's go grab the... I'm hoping it's only for that, because we really need courseplay on a map like this. It's a real beast. So no, we want to be that down there like that. And we want to be grabbing... Yeah, the snow is going to be one of those wavy things that's quite a way. It's going to take a while, isn't it? We release you, yes. Definitely. For now. Very tempted to buy you, but right now my life is very thick snow. Very thick snow. Amazing, right. Let's take this. Get cracking on the first field. I'm not sure it'll work. I mean, we know really technically the snow's disappeared because we can see that it has, but it hasn't actually got to us yet, and that wave is very slow in FS25. Very, very slow. And our animals. True, that is going to assist us in the... Yeah, it is. But it's all... Well, at least we now know we don't worry about fertilising. We use the giant monster beast to do all of our fertilising now. Made lots of liquid fertiliser. Don't somehow think we're going to need that much, but it's all there. I'm not trying to sell it, you see. It's not trying to be a business. We might sell some, it's true, as well too much, but so we need to grab the bridges in, the bridge pack. Oh, it's not got an accurate fields on. Yeah, of course, I'd came in and come out again, so I'm losing all. Let's just check. Yes, right, let's check. Let's have a look. Right, that'll do. That is definitely working. So I'm really not sure. I think we're going to have to take over. I really do. Right, so you are who we want. So you're going on the first field that you can't see at all, but it is what it is. The courseplay should see it, but I'm really, I'm a bit... I might have to down tools if it's really that bad. Oh wow, weeds. I thought we weeded that. It's got prolific weeds again. Did we not weed these too then? Because like that's as weedy as weeds can get. Yeah, we definitely need to spray those. Right, okay, well we have a job to do again before it gets too terrible. Oh, this is terrible. So goes against the grain, immersion as we call it. How can you be immersed when your field is invisible? We can sort of see if the course will... I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, look at that slip. It's real thick snow. Right, let's at least set the course. The rest will have to be like, yeah, what will be, as the old saying goes. It's 1, 7, 8. So we want to field. Oh no, it's got it. Oh no, that's looking better. It's got almost solid lines. Now that does not look too bad. Headlands 3. Don't want any round corners. It's really weird the way it does it. Very strange. Oh, now that looks a bit better. That looks like a proper course. So that's not too bad. So save course. I'm going to call it 9.3, being as courseplay says it's 9.3. Let's just see what it actually does, if it actually, because I mean sometimes you've got to go, we know that snow is clearing. Let's just see, can you actually work? No, you can't even move the tractor. Okay. Okay, so that's ooh. That's because you've got weeds on. It's doing something strange with stones or something. Right, okay, let's grab you. No, you. Get this done. TMR. Let's have a look how much we need. Quite a bit. The slurries, yeah, so that means that also the manure is also likewise going to be getting full. Let's have a look what it says. I'd imagine we're probably up to 100 odd tons. Yeah, it's fully immersed, so I'm sure this has got to be like from the last one. That is weird, isn't it? The fact that it's not showing, but it is what it is. Finished work. I think you're fibbing. I don't think you finished work at all. Right, it does look like it's down to little old me. So, yeah, we're going to crack on, I think. Yeah, I'm going to say my words. This is going to take a while. We really, I suppose, in this time, what we're going to do is we're going to lease one of the biggies because it's going to take a while. It's still a very, very large field. Let's just lease and ask the store to deliver one of the big 26 meters. Did I put them in? I did. Yeah, we are going to lease you. Yes. And we're going to then immediately switch you off. And we're going to crack on. Right, I'm going to say my words. And we'll see you guys and gals on the other side. if there's some sort of field fault, because we can all see it's not showing us it's ploughed, but then the other one has caught up eventually. I think it's this slowness that's in the game in general. I don't think it's anything special. The stone picker's not struggling, and that's using a standard work, so it should be alright. But wow, I'm still a little bit worried. Obviously, the snow is now not receding at all. It's a bit worrying, because we've got like all manner of stuff to do in this month. Ask the store to collect this beautiful bit of kit by Hispano. It's a very, very nice bit of kit. It really is. So we'll drop this off and leave that going. Yeah, it's actually managing somehow. I know it does ruin immersion somewhat. He is managing to grab the stones from under the snow, which, yes, I don't know what, but yeah, I don't know why. How can we plough on land, but we can't dump stone on the same land? I had to go right in the middle of the field, and I thought, what is that about? It's a bit strange, but again, it's an alpha. It is. Things are not quite right, but I shall point these things out to JMGaming that it does definitely look a little bit odd. Right, send that back before we get walloped. Not that we could sort of afford to buy it, but I think it's a lizard, isn't it? I'm sure it is. The SM82. Return yes. Wow, that did make short work of it. It's a very large field. Very large field. Yeah, when you look at this on the map, it makes our other ones look tiny by comparison. I'm wondering whether because if we're doing vegetables, we've got obviously the 3 vegetables. We're not really doing sugar beet. I mean, we've got harvesters that can do everything now. Whatever, we've seen this. So we could split that straight down the middle like that, and we could do carrots, parsnips and beetroots, really. That's what I'm thinking. Big fields. That one's, we looked at that one originally. It really is a bit very good value for how much land you're getting. Likewise, so is that, but we don't want to be going that low on cash. I mean, we are going to be getting like more, I would imagine. It's going to be, I was going to say, because it's... Now let's just stop it for a minute and just see if we can dump on this, because this should be our land, this bit here, but then so should the other. What is that about then? I mean, if you look up much, let's have a look. Let's make sure this time we are talking truth. We should be, we're well within our land. So, I'm going to screenshot that for JMGaming. And I shall show him that we really are on our land and we really should be able to dump stones, but for some reason it's not letting us do it. But it's almost like the land's not right, but we can dump it. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh no, what? Why is the snow going into the field? Oh my life. So now it's decided that it was going earlier and now it's coming back. This is ridiculous. It is. Trying to help a friend, but there are limits. I can't. It's April and there's snow on the ground, and it's coming back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to show this to Jen again. It's impossible to farm, isn't it? Really, and that is the game. It is definitely. I've taken pictures of the floaty trees over there. They look a little bit odd. It's weird because I never saw those the first time round. I've darted all over them now, but then they are high, so it's a bit, So I don't know what I'm going to do at the minute, because this is almost getting to the point where it's unplayable. So I'm tempted to go on to back to Frankenmuth. That I've obviously recorded a few sessions, and let JMGaming have a look at this and tell him all the faults, especially the snowy malarkey. I mean, it could be, it didn't take him long to sort it, so I might not be going on to Frankenmuth. I might just have a quick word later and we'll see what he says. But we could see that it was still partially glitching. It was sort of glitching and then stopping, but it's almost like it's now glitched back the other way and now the snow's come back again, and we saw earlier that it was going, so it's a bit strange. That 1 minute it's going, then it's coming, and then it's going, and it's still not right. You can all see that. So It's a shame because we've worked hard now. We've not lost anything, and we've also got field 155 that we can also do the same again, and like probably this section here we could actually cut out a field. There's a lot of stone on it, but again we could lease some equipment to get the stone done. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here for now. It might be a short session, but again we might record later and like do a bit more when I sort of like I'll contact JMGaming later on Discord and let him know that things are a little less than as they should be. Definitely still with the snow we've got issues. So right, so all that remains to be said, I'm going to keep this on linear because it's one of them things where you only did one thing and it like, well, you can't really sort of say much. The other session we did do bits and bobs, but this one really it went from start to finish. So yeah, so all that remains to be said is I truly do hope you can stick with me on this journey when it starts back again. Well, it might not finish, so yeah, well, I really do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.